Hey everyone, so sorry about the team call last night. It wasn't recorded, but it's probably better this way because there were lots of distractions, and this will be able to give you my streamlined focused attention and hopefully condense it in a little bit of time as well. So my name is Lindsay. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of The Goal Getters. I'm a Star Diamond health and fitness coach, and I've been in this business for a little bit over 2 years. In that time, I have finally been able to go full-time as a coach. This week is my first time as a full-time coach, my first week, and it's awesome. So I am re-recording what I talked about last night on the team call so that we can use it for duplication, and those of you that missed the call are able to catch up on it. So last night our call was on, are you building a hobby or are you building a business? So before we dive into the meat of the information, I really want you to write down on a piece of paper when your next challenge group is going to start. And I want this to be a time where you can consistently start it each month the same. When I was running my business like a hobby, I was starting my challenge group whenever my little heart desired. So maybe it was the beginning of October and then the end of November. And then I had this gap where I wasn't running one. Well, it was probably resulting in me losing some people. And it was probably resulting in me, not having consistency and not being able to seem like I had it all together. And I was the professional coach that I wanted people to think that I was. So when you have a schedule, that is going to set you up for success. So set up your next challenge group date and stay committed to what this schedule is going to look like. For example, I have a post in the photos of what mine looks like, but you all know, I'll just say it, the first Monday of each month I run a challenge group. The second Monday of each month is a new coach group. The third Monday of each month is a 5-day sneak peek, and the last Monday of each month I alternate push to emerald and push to diamond groups. So that's what my schedule looks like. Everyone in my downline, all of my customers, all of my clients, all of my friends, and all of my family know that that's what it is. The first Monday of each month, I will be starting a challenge group. Now, do I have 5-day sneak peeks in there or 5-day clean eating groups? Yes, I run them with my new coach groups. So each month, there's a 5-day free group in there, and it really just happens with the new coach group. So that's separate. But this is pretty much what I follow. So I want you to write down what your idea of a schedule is. And if you would just rather jump on our schedule, absolutely, that's totally fine. We always extend the invite for our downline. But with that being said, I want you to write down what you think your schedule would be, and then I also want you to look at it and look at where you are for Success Club this month. Look what you've done this month for your business. Look where you started your challenge group. Look where you have started your sneak peeks or whatever you're doing, and look at where you are with Success Club. Is that working for you? You should be hitting Success Club 5 in the first week of the month, and hopefully by the middle of the month, so you don't have to worry about it at the end of the month. And if you're setting your groups up to where you can do that successfully, then it will happen a lot more natural, and you won't have to worry about it as much. So with that being said, let's dive into, are you building a hobby or are you building a business? Characteristics of a hobby. Characteristics of a hobby, and you're working the business like a hobby, are posting for fun. You're just posting because you know that you heard a coach say that they should post at 8 a.m., noon, 3, 6, and before bed. So you're going to post at those times, whether you have valuable content or not. You're just posting to post. You are a scroller. You are scrolling to scroll because if you're liking people and if you're commenting on their things and if you're interacting on their pages, then that must mean that something will come out of it, right? So you're just scrolling. You're getting on your Facebook. You have 10 minutes here in between these two things happening. So what do? You get on your Facebook and you scroll. You do not know your business. If you're running this business like a hobby, then you don't know all the programs that we offer. You don't know who they're good for and what they consist of. You don't know if we offer Shakeology cups in a bundle or in a singular pack. You don't know that we have a sampler pack and how much it is. You don't know these things. Okay, you don't know what Emerald Rank is, you don't know what Success Club is, and you don't know how to hit them, and you don't know where to find in your online office the invite process and scripts that you're able to use. If you're running this business like a hobby, you don't know that stuff because it's a hobby. You don't need to know all the details. If you're running this business like a hobby, then you're not doing personal development. You're not growing yourself. You're not stretching yourself. You're not challenging yourself, and you're not teaching your brain and teaching your mind to do things differently to grow your business. If you're running this business like a hobby, then you are depending on others. Instead of searching out the answers so that you know how to answer your future coaches when they have questions, instead of doing that, you are just asking, hey, who knows this? And people answer you and you say, thanks. But you don't figure out, how do you know this? And how do you know that's true? And where would I find this information? And if I enroll a coach and she asks me or he asks me this question, how do I tell them the answer? If you're running this business like a hobby, you are going through the motions. You don't track your business. You don't know what you're doing each day. You just know that you might message a few people, you might add a couple people, you're gonna like and comment on a bunch of things, and you're just going through the motions. If you're running your business like a hobby, you're not working from a list. You're going in your Facebook messages, you're trying to keep up with people, and you're thinking you'll remember all of your follow-ups. You're not running it like a business, you're running it like a hobby. If you're running this business like a hobby, then you're going to get paid like a hobby. And a hobby can pay you pretty well, but it's not going to be the ticket to the big business pay. It's not going to be your answer to financial freedom if that's what your goal is. So here I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, what are your goals? What do you want out of this business? What do you need to work to make every week? What do you need to make every month? What do you want to make in a year's time? What debt do you have that you want to pay off? What is your why? What are you trying to accomplish here? And then I want you to ask yourself, if you answered yes to any of these, which I guarantee that we all answered yes to some, because even me reading this and creating this call, I'm like, Lindsay, treat it like a business, girl. So I'm right there with you. We have things we need to adjust, and this is something that we'll have to adjust a few times. We have to keep ourselves in check, just like with our workouts and our eating. It happens. But I want you to ask yourself and write down what your goals are so that you know, is this okay that I'm running this like a business or like a hobby, or do I need to flip the switch? So let's talk about how you're going to flip the switch. What are you going to do to now run this business like a business and get paid like a business? If you are running this business like a business, then you are strategically posting. You don't need to follow the certain times that people say you need to post. It's not that. What's important is valuable content and quality posts. It needs to come from the heart. It needs to share part of your story. You need to be vulnerable. It needs to be real. It needs to not be something that says TurboFire is on sale and it's only this much this month. It needs to say, I never could figure out how to lose the last 8 pounds until I started this program. I never thought I could enjoy intense cardio until I started this program. Now this program is what I go to when I need fun. And I never thought I'd say that before. TurboFire is awesome. And if you haven't tried it yet, you really should join my group and give it a try, because it is life-changing. If you want a free consultation, message, like, or comment so we can get you started. That was not salesy, right? No. So, you're posting strategically. You are posting strategically for when your groups are coming up. What groups are coming up? What are you going to be promoting? So if you have a challenge group coming up, like I said in the beginning, if you have a challenge group coming up, for the first couple weeks or the couple weeks before your challenge group, you're going to be talking about what you do in your challenge groups, clean eating, recipes, all of that. If it's a 5-day sneak peek or something else coming up, then you're strategically posting. Your posts lead up to what you have to offer to invite people to in the very near future. Okay, so if you are running this business like a business, then you're not scrolling through your news feed. When you have 10 minutes to get on your phone, you're starting at the top of your activity tracker. And in the top of your activity tracker, it is add 3 people to the network. So if you have 10 minutes, you're adding 3 people to your network. If you have 20 minutes, you're adding 3 people to your network and messaging half of the people you want to message. You're working your Power Hour to-do list in a strategic order of importance. You're not just getting on Facebook and scrolling. At the end of the night, when your Power Hour is over, if you just want to sit and zone and scroll because everything's done, your personal development, you totally aren't wasting time, then scroll and like and comment and get yourself out there a little bit more for Facebook affinity. I think that's great. If you don't know what that is, the more you comment and like on people's things, the more they comment and like on your things, the more you're seen by more people. You're just not automatically on people's news feeds. So that's what that is. But don't just think that that's getting you to where you want to be. If you are running this business like a business, then you know your business inside and out. You know what we have to offer. You know how to have quality consultations with people, and that even if they come to you and say, hey, I want the 21-day fix, my sister has it, and they have awesome results, you're not saying, okay, great, let's get you set up, right? You're saying, that's awesome. Tell me why, what are your goals? What do you like in a workout? How's your nutrition? You're having a consultation with them so that maybe the 21-day fix isn't right for them. Maybe size is with the eating program. But you don't know that unless you have a consultation. And for you to have recurring customers, you need to make sure that you're having that consultation with them. You're making sure what you're recommending is right so that they get results, because when they get results, they're going to be awesome challengers. And when they're awesome challengers, they're going to be awesome potential discount coaches or working coaches. So you need to know your business. You need to know what's out there. You need to know what we have to offer. You need to know if we have a Fixate cookbook and where to find it in our website. You need to know where the third-party tools are located so that when people ask you questions about what is this, you don't just try to explain it. You share a story with them, a success story on it, and then you say, you know, it's hard for me to explain, but I have this video and I'd love to show it to you. Would you watch it? And you set up a follow-up. If you're running this business like a business, you're setting up follow-ups. You're presenting a third-party tool, and you are setting up a follow-up. If you are running this business like a business, you are reading personal development, at least 10 pages a day, and listening to top coaches while you're doing the dishes, while you're doing laundry, while you're in the car commuting from one place to another. You're building yourself. You're growing yourself. If you're running this like a business, then you're not settling for mediocre. You're moving forward. If you're running this like a business, then when you have a question, you try to figure it out yourself. And if you can't figure it out yourself, then you ask. And that's totally fine. Sometimes we don't have time to figure it out ourselves, so we need to ask, and that's fine, but know where to find the answer. If you're running this business like a business, you're not just going through the motions. You're strategically doing your Power Hour. You're strategically doing the things that move your business forward every day in an order. You are doing the activities. These activities are simple. They're simple. They're so simple that sometimes I just want to shake me even because I don't want to message people one day. Like, really? You can't just message people and say hi? It's not hard. It's easy. It's so easy. So this business is simple. It's just doing it. It's just being dedicated and moving forward. And if you're working this business like a business, then you're working this business from a list, right? You have a list, you're working from it, you're updating it. Maybe you can't update it every day in the computer. I know that's hard, but you can update it. You can keep your business activity tracker filled out, and then every 3 days you can go into your Google Drive or your Automatic CEO or whatever it is that you're using, and you can update it every few days and track so that you know who you can reach out to. And at the end of the month, if you are struggling for Success Club, then you're able to go into your list and go back up to the top and being like, oh, Susan, 2 months ago, she wanted to join, but she couldn't, and I never reached out to her last month. I can reach out and invite her right now, right? So if you're working this business like a business, then you are not social coaching. What is social coaching? Social coaching is looking like a coach from the outside. Posting, you look like you're doing this. You look like you're coaching, you're doing the things, you're posting your workouts, you're talking about Shakeology, you're doing everything on the internet. To everyone on social media, you are a coach. But are you excelling forward? Are you just a social coach, or are you moving your business? How to switch. You need to submerge in the training. You need to do it. You need to. I know sometimes it's like, well, I don't have time to sit and listen to a webinar and give it my everything because in my head I have to do laundry, I have to do this. Well, great, then do both. There will be something in the video that you hear, in the webinar that you hear, that will make you go, oh, hold on, let me write that down. Now back to the dishes. And that's okay. You can do that, but submerge yourself in the training. Your brain, you'll hear it. It will absorb, and you'll get addicted to personal development. Podcasts on your phone is an app that's awesome. Christine Dwyer has one, a podcast. Chalene Johnson has a podcast, and Beachbody has a podcast. So you should absolutely be, listening to those as well for personal development. But submerge yourself in training. Commit to learning from top coaches and people that know the business and that are excelling. And commit to being responsible. And what do I mean by that? Take responsibility for your business. Take responsibility for your challenge groups. Take responsibility for your coaches. If your coaches aren't getting started off on the right foot, is it their fault? Some, maybe, because maybe they're not in it, right? Maybe they're not mentally there. But it has everything to do with how you set them up and the example you're setting. If you have coaches and you want them to hit Success Club 5, you better be hitting Success Club 5. If you have coaches and you want them to run challenge groups every month, you better be running challenge groups every month. If you have challengers that are not participating in your challenge groups, look at yourself. Was the consultation strong? Were you able to connect with them? Were you able to really figure out their why and their goals? Or were you just throwing them in there because it was, another person, come on in, right? Look at yourself. Take responsibility. Take ownership. Get rid of your excuses. And quality comes down to the details. So you have a power hour to-do list. And in that to-do list, it really could excel an hour. Can you really get it all done in an hour? No. But do everything quality. Quality work as far down as you can for that hour. And then later, if you have 10 minutes, a little more. Later, 10 minutes, a little more. But do quality work in the time that you're working the business. Don't just say, I need to get all this done, so let me half bleep. I'm not going to swear like Carly. Half, whatever. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to say hi instead of really look at their Facebook page and see what I should talk to them about because I'm reaching out to say hi and I don't even know what they're up to or where they're living now. And instead of just looking, I'm going to just say hi, right? Do your homework. Set yourself up for quality things, quality details. Will give you a quality business. If you want it, you have to just do it. Do it. Oh my gosh, excuses kill me. I am so not an excuse person. If you want to change something, if you want something to happen in your life, then change it. It's you. It's all on you. What you do, granted, yes, we can't control when our coaches hit ranks. We can't control that, but what we can control is the example we set and the presence that we have. And that says a lot for your downline. We are here to help, but remember that this is your business. Of course, that us coaches that have been coaching for a while, we're absolutely going to help all new coaches. But once you get going and you're on your feet and you've been in this for a few months, you need to just say, okay, this is where I'm going with this, and know your business. Don't do too much for free. If you have a free group and if you're letting people in for free all the time, then they're going to take advantage. Why would they go to a paid group when they can stay in a free group and still get all the information that you're giving, right? So allow people to be a part of a free group where you're not giving as much information. You're giving some, but not as much as you would in your other groups. Because then you're not giving them too much. They're going to want more, and they're going to want to go to your paid groups. There's value there, but a lot of people get comfortable with what's for free. So make sure that you're putting value on yourself. You're valuable. Your time is valuable. Your information, your education, and your knowledge is valuable. Believe it. Other people will too. Respect your time. Other people will too. Make sure you're duplicating. Don't recreate the wheel. This is not a business where you need to recreate anything. It's all duplication. At some point, you'll want to recreate videos to make it your own face, or you'll want to, you might come up with a system that works for you. Share it. This is all about duplicating and helping others. The more you share, the more everyone grows. The more you hold back, the more you hold everyone back, including yourself, which is hard to swallow because sometimes you wouldn't think that way, but it is true. Your identity, you're an entrepreneur. You're not a team Beachbody coach. You're an entrepreneur. You are someone who's willing to work for a small amount of time, like most people are not willing to work, so that you can live the rest of your life like most people can't, right? So you're willing to work a lot for a little in the beginning, to work a little for a lot in the end. And that's awesome. You're an entrepreneur. You're a health and fitness coach. You are the CEO of your own company. So don't put yourself to the hobby of Beachbody coach, okay? So now I'm going to share with you the 5 fundamentals. The 5 fundamentals of running your business like a business. Number 1 is sharing the opportunity every single day, the coaching opportunity. Share it and follow up. Share the opportunity, share your success, share your coach's success, share your friend's success, and send them the third-party tools and follow up. It's easy. And do it on the phone. If you can get on the phone, do it. If you can't get on the phone, I understand. Some of us just don't like it, but some of us don't have time. There's this awesome feature where you can record your voice on Facebook. It's only for a minute, so you might have to do a few, but you can record. How much more personable is that? It's so much more personable, right? So do that. Do a voice message, but share the opportunity and answer questions and keep it personable. Share about the products that you use every single day and invite people on them daily. If I use E&E for my workout today, I'm going to share it, whether it's in my challenge group or whether it's on my personal page or whether it's in Instagram or Pinterest. I'm going to share it, and when people ask about it, I'm going to invite them I'm going to share what it is with them, and I'm going to invite them to learn more and invite them to try it. Share your journey. Every single day you should be posting strategically, but it should be about a piece of your journey. So not every post needs to be this huge story, moving thing, right? But every day, one of your posts should be about your journey. So today I just posted something. I was kissing Owen in the bed, and I said, every other Tuesday morning I've ever known, this is what it was like. It was stressful. Couldn't play with him for 5 more minutes. I was rushing out of the house. I was trying to do all this stuff, and it was stressful, right? Now, this is what I'm able to do with a call to action at the end saying, if you would like more information, please reach out to me. I would love to share this opportunity with you. So share your journey every day. Continue your education, but not only continue your education, not only listen to all these webinars, okay? Not only read that personal development book, but implement it. How many times do you listen to something and you're like, ooh, that's good. I need to write that down. Oh, that's awesome. Writing it down. I need to do that someday. Don't do it someday. Implement it now. Implementation is key. And then the 5th thing is value in your content and your connection with people. Your content needs to be valuable. It needs to show worth. It needs to show truth. It needs to show struggle, and it needs to show celebrations. And you need to connect to people. And the connection is going to happen a few times before they jump on board. And you have to be okay with that no matter what. Your connection is in the follow-up. Your connection is also in the consultation that you're having with them and what you know about their life and what you know about them. So that is the information that I have for you today. Please know that all of us have characteristics of running the business like a hobby, and they're going to sneak in and sneak out because that's where we're comfortable. Hobby's comfortable. But when you really need it to be a business, you need to get a little uncomfortable and you need to keep yourself in check, right? Like, nope, that's a hobby. This is a business. Get back over here. So keep yourself in check. Get yourself an accountability partner if you don't have one, and really make sure that you're running this business like the business you want it to be. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, please post below. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.